Award shows are filled with tons of things: speeches, performances, and even embarrassing moments and drama. Today on Beyond the Screen, we are talking about celebrities who got exposed at award shows. I'm your host for this one, Joss Bedard. Thanks for checking us out. Make sure you leave a like before we get into it because it really helps us out. Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is Cardi B. She exposed herself on this one when she decided to get into a fight at the 2018 New York Fashion Week party. It's not technically an award show, it was a Harper Bazaar Icons party, but this story is honestly just too good not to include. Video clips and pictures started going viral online after a fight started between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and ended with Cardi throwing her red heels at Nicki. Bodyguards were holding them back and it was pure chaos, not to mention very strange seeing them have this petty altercation while wearing beautiful gowns and high heels. We later found out why they were fighting when Cardi posted about it on social media and said that Nicki brought up her parenting, and that was when she lost it. Apparently, Nicki made comments about her as a mother, and things just happened to heat up when she confronted her about it at the party. Time and place, ladies, for an altercation. Time and place. In spot number 9, we have Jonas. He was hoping for a badass entrance instead of an embarrassing moment during his performance at the AMA Awards in 2007. What sucked the most was that his accident happened at the very beginning of the performance, so he just had to shake it off and continue. What happened was the performance started with 3 glass panels in front of each of the Jonas brothers, and then they shattered in front of them before they made their entrance onto the stage. But Joe tripped as he crossed the threshold and fell to the ground and cut his hand on broken glass. He got up quickly and continued on with his performance despite visibly bleeding from the gash on the palm of his hand. When asked about it backstage, he just shrugged it off and said, "It is just a little blood. Look like you need stitches, bro, but that's alright." Moving on to number 8, we have Faith Hill. This incident had fans baffled at first because people were confused and shocked with her reaction at the Country Music Awards in 2006. The winner was announced for the Female Vocalist of the Year, and Faith Hill was one of the nominees amongst other singers, including Carrie Underwood. When their winner was announced, Carrie had won, and the camera showed Faith's reaction to her win, and she was angry. She screamed, "What?" and stormed away, and of course people reacted to her reaction. It looked like she was freaking out over the loss, but then she later came back and said that it was a joke. She said, "The idea that I would act disrespectful towards a fellow musician is unimaginable to me. Carrie is a talented and deserving Female Vocalist of the Year." I don't get the joke. Why would you do that? It ruined the moment because I was watching your reaction instead of Carrie's. Anyways, okay, funny joke, Faith. Nightmare number 7 spot is Beyonce. She's definitely not to blame for this one, as we all know accidents can happen during a live performance. Malfunctions happen all the time, and hers just so happened at the MTV European Music Awards back in 2003. What is an artist supposed to do when their backtrack starts going crazy? It was during her performance of Baby Boy when her backtrack started skipping and kept repeating one line over and over again. The line was, "Baby boy, you are so damn fine." At first, she kept her performance going while trying to sing over the soundtrack, but eventually she just gave up. As it clearly was not going in her favor. She ended up just waving to the audience and walking off stage. I would have done the same. I mean, when your track is skipping, no one's gonna hear what you're singing at that point. Rolling into number 6 is Miguel. I don't think I've ever heard of an award show performance ending as a lawsuit, but that is what happened back in 2013 at the Billboard Music Awards. Miguel was performing and went to jump off the stage onto another platform, but he accidentally landed on a woman's face who was standing in the crowd. He actually landed on 2 people in the video, but one person very visibly took the brunt of the fall. Of course, it was not intentional, but the fans sued him afterwards because she was injured. 2 years later, in 2015, he was facing a lawsuit for negligence. The lawsuit claimed that the victim faced injuries, medical expenses, loss of wages, possible future medical expenses, loss of personal property, and and loss of enjoyment of life. The lawsuit was worth $10,000, but there has not been any articles since 2015 stating whatever happened in the end. I really did try to find it. Miguel was very apologetic for the accident and also incredibly embarrassed. I wonder if he paid. He probably just paid. I was like, take your money, sorry about your face. Goodbye. Halfway through our list at number 5 is the Pussycat Dolls. It's hard to imagine them having a bad performance because they are always on point with their vocals and choreography. But one performance stands out more than the rest, and that's because it did not go as planned. It was at the 2006 AMAs when they had a very strange performance of their song Buttons. At one point, one of the chairs they had in the choreography fell over halfway through the performance. But the more bizarre part was when one of the dolls showed up on stage with only 40 seconds left in the song, and then from there, things just got weird very fast. She came into the song and started singing over Nicole, the lead singer, in this off-pitch, very high tune, while the other girls just continued their choreography, which she wasn't a part of because she's late and showed up with 40 seconds left. Honestly, I watched the clip, I've never seen it before, and it was the most awkward performance I've ever seen. People watching at home were obviously very confused and wondered why she even showed up to the performance with only 40 seconds left. Just let them continue their choreography and song, they were killing it. It was so weird, so weird. In spot number 4, we have J.Lo. She exposed herself during one of her performances, but it definitely was not planned. Back in 2009, she took a fall during her performance at the AMAs while she was attempting this little mini stunt. Her choreography had her climb up the other dancers as human stairs, and then when she reached the top, she jumped off really high into the air, not expecting to land on her butt. The good news is J.Lo is a pro and she shook it off like it didn't even happen. She jumped up immediately after falling down and she was able to finish her performance, which was a knockout, by the way. It looked painful, not gonna lie, but it was a quick mishap that she handled like a champ. Taking over the 3rd spot is Sam Smith. His embarrassing fail was one big misunderstanding, but people didn't know that until after it had already happened. At the 2016 Oscars, he was accepting the award for Best Original Song, and during his speech he implied that he was the first openly gay man to win an Oscar. He said he was referring to a quote from Ian McKellen, but McKellen had been responding to a question about openly gay actors. So when Sam Smith was apparently quoting him, it sounded like he was saying that he was the first openly gay man to win an award. But people quickly said men like Elton John and many other people paved the way for him in the industry. Turns out though, that is not what Sam was trying to say, and he made sure to clear that up, but people were already judging him by that point, thinking that's what he meant. Taking over the number 2 spot is Angelina Jolie. This is by far the weirdest award show moment of all time, and many people, including myself, are still very confused by it. Angelina both shocked and confused people in 2000 when she attended the Oscar Awards and kissed her brother on the lips on the red carpet. Not like a quick kiss, like when you're greeting someone, you're like a quick little thing. No, it was like this big, romantic looking, strange kiss. She had won the award for Best Supporting Actress that night, and in her acceptance speech she gave thanks to her brother, who she claimed to be in love with. She said, "I'm in shock and I'm so in love with my brother right now. He just held me and said he loved me, and I know he's happy for me, and thank you for that." Then later in the evening she posed for photographers with her award in hand and her brother by her side, and that is when they shared this kiss on the lips. Obviously, the media was going crazy about it, but when she was asked about it, she said it was nothing more than brotherly love and that her parents loved the picture of them kissing. This is so weird to me, y'all. And our number 1 spot is Nicki Minaj. While she exposed herself at the same time, she was actually trying to expose Miley Cyrus when she called her out in front of everyone at the 2015 VMAs. Celebrity drama happens all the time, so that's no surprise, but to start an argument during the middle of an award show is really not the time or place. Miley was hosting the show and found herself in a scandal right in the middle of her hosting gig. Nicki was accepting the award for Best Hip Hop Video for Anaconda, and while giving her speech, she looked across the room to the other stage that Miley was on and said, "And now back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?" The whole room went silent immediately and it was super uncomfortable to watch. Miley herself looked totally shocked and she tried to quickly recover just by saying the media often twist their words. The two of them later worked it out off stage, but the award show was a hella awkward. Alright guys, well that is our video. Before I leave, I'm going to do some comment shoutouts. Ismail Mait says, Josh, you tried your pickle vodka. We all know you are obsessed with pickles. I did, and it's sad because it was not as good as I hoped. I was very sad. Starbug says, I love watching this channel every day while I'm doing work and stuff. It always makes me happy to see a video that I can watch. Well, that makes me just as happy. Thank you. MLG Gamer says, I definitely did not know about that Steve Harvey note. Is he secretly a Karen? Maybe. Well, the secret is out because that was definitely a Karen move if you ask me. So I do in fact think he might be a Karen. Although he's really funny, so that's a bummer. I like Steve Harvey. Alright guys, that's all I got. I'm getting out of here. See you in another one. Bye.